Pokemon, a franchise that has as many ways to consume it as there are Pokemon in Rule 34. Yeah, the video games which started the whole phenomenon, with each game telling its own story, sometimes continuing a previous story, and sometimes retelling the story a million times better. Though being the most interactive way to experience Pokemon, it does have its drawbacks. Sometimes the story can be lackluster and keep people away from the games entirely. Some people skip the story altogether just to play the competitive side of Pokemon. Nothing wrong with that, just it seems like there's more ways to do that than paying $60 for a game that you're forced to play to do what you're trying to do. And the RNG. Good God, the RNG. You can do everything perfect, every little detail checked and marked off, and be fucked over because fuck you in particular. Yeah, the anime, which, let's be honest, even though it has cool fight scenes, its main audience is children, and they make it known. Not that it can't be enjoyable to watch by adults, it just has a few moments where if it weren't for kids, certain outcomes would be drastically different. That being said, there are definitely moments that got real in the anime, especially in the movies. That Entei vs Charizard fight in movie 3 was straight flames. But the show has some questionable choices, to say the least. We also have the TCG, which, coming from someone who is heavily into the TCG community, probably the most out-of-touch way to experience Pokemon. Yes, you see all the Pokemon, but it's such a slow-paced way to see them all, and you don't get to experience the lore of not only the Pokemon, but the whole region itself. Some people don't care about lore and just like how the game is played, which isn't a bad way to see it. If you don't like Pokemon, but like how the card game is played, then more power to you. But as a whole, the TCG is just a horrible way to get the story. However, there is one Pokemon medium that, in my opinion, tops all of them. A method that you might have heard of but steered away from is the Pokémon Manga. With the first issue being released in November of 1996, the creator of Pokemon, Satoshi Tajiri, I'm hoping that I got that name right, has stated that the manga is as close to the story that he wants to tell as you can get, even more so than the video games, which were released in February of the same year. So if you're a Pokemon fan and that isn't enough for you to pick this manga up, then buckle the hell up. So before going forward, I want to preface this. I'm going to try to keep spoilers to a bare minimum. However, to talk about it, I'll need to go into a few story elements. Nothing major, but enough to pique some interests. So as you'd expect, we follow Red, the main character from the original Pokemon games, Red and Blue. And everything seems to be all fine and dandy until Pokemon literally start dying. Yeah, Pokemon get stabbed, blown up, melted, and cut in half. This manga is so dark, it's unreal. Not enough to warrant a parent advisory, but enough to make you think, damn. There are some stuff that I'd raise my eyebrow about though, for the younger Pokemon audience. Like ages 2 to 6, it could cause some bad dreams, to say the least. And if you go looking for pages, you'll probably see some stuff that is censored in the Western release. But Japan likes to make some weird stuff that gets censored in pretty much every other part of the world, so here we are. There's also some story elements that don't go with any other media of Pokemon, game, or anime. I would go further into detail, but they are major spoilers to the plot, and I don't want to ruin anyone's reaction to the plot. You also get to see some more info involving Mewtwo's creation. Now, I did talk about this portion in my Mewtwo Facts video, so if you're super interested, but for some reason don't want to pick up the manga yourself, you can watch it there. But I will say, it's, in my opinion, is way better than the movie. There are also so many elements that the manga use that none of the other mediums use, and it's used in the best way possible. Now, if none of what I just said has piqued your interest for some reason, here are a few screenshots with context removed to sweeten the deal.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.